Let's talk about dockets. The basics of what they are and why you need to learn how to use them are in your Brightspace content. So I won't repeat all of this, but I do want to show you a little bit. So in the process of litigation, courts are going to keep a record of all the documents filed by the parties and all the rulings made by the court. There's a running list of all of those in chronological order, and it's all in the docket for a case. So each of these courts has a procedural record of all of those things called a docket. And every case has a unique docket number at each step of the process. What that means is this case, Mosby Meacham, started at the trial court level, of course, and it had this docket number at the trial court level. But once this same case moved up to the Court of Appeals, it was given a new docket number by the Sixth Circuit. So same case, two different docket numbers as it's moving between the courts. Let's take a look at some information from this trial court docket. So we are viewing this docket in the Bloomberg Law platform, which you should all have your username and password for Bloomberg Law. What we're seeing here is a top section called docket information. It's got when it was filed, what the nature of the suit is, a couple other basic pieces of information. It's got a whole section on parties and attorneys. A lot of times this is a very long section. You can minimize it if you want to get that out of your way. And then there's a section on the docket entries themselves. You can keyword search the docket entries, or you can just scroll through them in chronological order. Here's an example of some of the things you might find in a docket. First, you're going to see each of the docket items numbered in chronological order. So you can easily find a docket piece of information if you know what the docket number, the document number is. So here's an example of number 14 in this docket is the amended complaint. It's actually the plaintiff's second amended complaint. And then immediately following is the answer to the plaintiff's second amended complaint. Now, these are going to be documents that you can click on and view. So you can actually read the complaint, read the answer to the complaint. And then the next example you'll see is just a setting letter. There's text only, there's no image attached, there's no document to request actually. And it's just giving some notes to everyone who reads this docket. The notes say that the status conference is set, and this is when it's going to be held and in front of who. And then the next one is also a minute entry. So it's telling you what happened at that status conference. There's not really going to be a document that goes along with it, but it's just saying some notes here that you can read without even, clicking out or going any further. Here we know the parties report the case is moving along just fine. That's great. Okay, so Pacer is the name of a system that collects all of the dockets for the federal court system. So that docket we were just viewing on Bloomberg, it actually came from Pacer, and Bloomberg sucked it in, and we were viewing it through Bloomberg. Pacer stands for Public Access to Court Electronic Records, Pacer. And it's where you can view federal only, no state court dockets are in Pacer. It's just federal. And you have to pay to view Pacer records. We here at Loyola cannot provide you with an account. But for now, if you want to create your own Pacer account, for now, though it's being debated and it could change, you're allowed to view the first $30 worth of materials for free. You only start getting charged once you rack up more than $30. All right, so Pacer itself, not the Bloomberg version of where the documents live in Bloomberg, but the Pacer website itself has the look of a 90s website. And it also has had some trouble with hackers of late. So they are looking into an upgrade, and that's part of why they are considering removing that complimentary first $30. Um, Luckily, with our Bloomberg account, you're able to view Pacer documents without needing a Pacer account. And even better, there's an advanced search interface that looks so much better than a 90s website. So even if you had a Pacer account, you would prefer viewing those documents in Bloomberg if you had the choice. Another way to view federal dockets is through Recap. Recap is Pacer spelled backwards. And how it works is it's a Chrome add-on. and it captures documents that other people have downloaded from Pacer, and it uploads those documents to Recap so that other people can see those same documents that someone has pulled once from Pacer. It expands the free access to Pacer documents. Um, if you're following a high-profile case, there's a really good chance that Court Listeners Recap is going to have those case documents available for your viewing. Um, I will have you search recap here on Court Listener in just a moment for your learning exercise. So head on over to the last section of your learning exercise where you will see instructions on what to look up and how, as well as some guided questions that help you explore a certain docket just a bit. And once you are finished with that, go ahead and turn in your learning exercise and you are done for this week. There is no graded assignment to unlock for Module 8.